位记者朋友，大家下午。
Good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference. Now the floor is open to questions.
总台央视记者提问：国际舆论关注。
CCTV. Foreign Minister Wang Yi's ongoing visit to Europe has received attention from foreign commentators. Some believe that amid the economic and trade tensions between the two sides, the EU has recently expressed concerns over several issues in bilateral relations. Could you share with us some details, and how does China view its current relations with EU? In Brussels, Foreign Minister Wang Yi met with President of the European Council, Costa, and the President of the European Commission, von der Leyen, and together with High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Carlos, held the 13th round of China-EU high-level strategic dialogue. He also met and had talks with Belgian Prime Minister De Wever and Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Prévost. Foreign Minister Wang Yi said this year marks the 50th anniversary of the China-EU diplomatic relations, which is of great significance. The two sides need to take stock of the useful experience and important inspirations of the progress made by the two sides of the past 50 years, outline the blueprint of dialogue and cooperation in the next 50 years, and send a clear and positive message. China stands ready to work with the EU to see each other as partners, deepen trade cooperation, open wide to each other, properly handle differences, and achieve win-win. In the turbulent and rapidly changing international landscape, as two major players, markets, and civilizations in the world, China and the EU need to uphold multilateralism and free trade, safeguard international rules and order, promote the peaceful settlement of international disputes, jointly address climate change and other global challenges, and serve as the anchor of stability for the world. China stands ready to strengthen communication with the EU, make preparations for the next China-EU summit, and add new substances to and open new prospects for China-EU comprehensive strategic partnership. The EU side expressed its commitment to developing a steady and constructive relationship and mutually beneficial trade cooperation with China. Despite differences, the EU stands ready to work with China with mutual respect, overcome disagreements, enhance understanding, and jointly address global challenges. It looks forward to joint efforts to make the next China-EU summit a full success. We also noted that some people and forces in the EU stick to Cold War mentality, fall for misinformation, deliberately stress disagreements, and lack right perception of China and China-EU ties. This is detrimental to China-EU cooperation and the EU itself. We hope the EU side will have an objective and rational perception of China, practice a more proactive and practical China policy, and ensure the steady and sound development of China-EU ties. 法新社情报部门在周三警告称，现在本国的情报威胁十分严重，主要是来自于中国和俄罗斯，中方对于此有何评论？
我想强调的是。
Let me stress that in international affairs, China is a strong force for peace, development, and win-win cooperation. We always believe that mutually beneficial cooperation is what the people want. The so-called China spying threat comes of nowhere. China is a victim of spying activities and always firmly opposes spying activities. We urge relevant parties to stop hyping up confrontation and conflict and stop spreading rumors. Global Times. It was reported the U.S. House of Representatives unanimously passed the Taiwan Non-Discrimination Act, asking the U.S. government to support China's Taiwan region in joining the IMF and gain eligibility for participating in economic surveillance, receiving technical assistance, and employment opportunities within the IMF. What's your comments on this? There is but one China in the world. Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory, and the government of the People's Republic of China is the sole legal government representing the whole of China. Taiwan does not have any ground, reason, or right to join the UN or any other international organization whose membership is confined to sovereign states. China calls on the U.S. to abide by the One China principle and the three China-U.S. joint communiques, observe international law and the basic norms of international relations, and stop sending and stop using the Taiwan question to interfere in China's internal affairs and stop sending wrong signals to Taiwan independence separatist forces. Next one, please.
Question from Reuters.
路透社，据马来西亚官媒昨天援引该国外长报道，中俄已同意成为东南亚无核武器区条约的签署国，而美国目前正在就是否签署该条约进行审查。中方是否同意与俄罗斯一起签署该条约？为什么中方现在做出这一决定？
As a comprehensive strategic partner and friendly neighbor of ASEAN, China firmly supports establishing a Southeast Asia nuclear weapon-free zone. We expressed our willingness more than once to take the lead in signing the protocol to the treaty. We stand ready to stay in communication with ASEAN countries on this matter. Next one, please.
Thank you, Bloomberg News.
彭博社，美国和越南达成了贸易协议，这意味着美国到越南的出口将免税，但是经过越南出口到美国的商品将会面临40%的关税，其中包括一些中国的商品。中方对此有何评论？
中方一贯主张各方。
China always believed that parties should resolve trade disputes through equal consultation, and relevant treaties should not target or hurt the interests of any third party.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
Thank you. Question from
路透社，关于班禅达俄，他告诉中共藏区负责人，表示说他们将会坚决拥护领导，同时他也希望中共承认达赖喇嘛。中方对此有何评论？
建议向中方的。
This is not a question about foreign affairs. I'd refer you to competent authorities.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
还有其他问题吗？
Any more questions?
那好，今天。
That's the end of today's press conference. Thank you for coming.